So you're probably wondering to yourselves, what is this video all about? Well, since you clicked on it, I might as well share this, but I have a question to ask you. What is the first thing you think of when you hear this? Okay, now, we're going to make a little game out of this. I'm going to make a little bit of a multiple choice. So, your answers are A, Mario Kart 64, B, Off-Road Challenge, C, Sin and Punishment, or D, none of the above. I'll give you a moment to answer that. Okay, time's up. If you guessed B, then you are correct. Welcome, fellow ghouls and gamers. I am NightmareFan65, and today we will be playing something from my childhood on my home console, the Nintendo 64. That's right, today's game will be brought to you in part by how I'm pretty much putting this and presenting this to you. I'm running this actually on my N64 right now through pretty much a whole HDMI system, but that's beside the point. So today, to kind of mark this occasion, to break in the system on the channel, we're going to be playing a little game I like to call Off-Road Challenge. Now, this is a game that I remember distinctly back when I was a kid or something, playing the system a lot. Every single time I would ever play this system, I would want to go and see about getting, I can't even talk right now. I would always think about getting some new games, like, as rentals. I didn't really care about, like, where the games came from or how I got them, if I got them for my birthday or if anything like that. I just cared that I had games to play on this thing. And obviously this game shows. This was, if you remember the glory days of Blockbuster, yes, that old fossil, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about. This was one of those games that I would borrow on repeat. And then for some odd reason, I just totally forgot about it until, like, what, last year or something? Maybe even 2019. I don't remember. But I've just kind of been planning this for the longest time. I can finally say I figured out what we're going to do with this, and you can see it on screen. So, our game plan for today is that we are going to be going through each of the tracks in this game, not in sequential order of arcade mode, but we're going to be playing it in what this game pretty much advertises as tournament mode. I'll go more into detail about that, but for now, let's get on with the show. Okay, so upon first entering one player, you're treated to this menu. First up, we have Just Play, which is basically the arcade mode in this game. You have Start Circuit, which is basically what we're going to be playing, and I'll get into that in a minute. We have Resume Circuit, we have Delete Circuit, and we have our best times, and obviously we have the exit button. And when would we ever need to exit this game? This masterpiece of a game. But yeah, Just Play is pretty self-explanatory. Just choose a car, go into one of the tracks, one of the 6 tracks in this game, which I'll explain to you. I don't know why it keeps canceling out, but yeah. Today we're going to be starting this, we're going to be breaking in this system, we're going to be breaking in the Nintendo 64 Let's Plays with a little something I like to call Start Circuit. So, here's what we have to do. Welcome to the Rookie Circuit. To get to the next circuit, you must place at least 4th in every race. So, what this game is basically Hello? Will you stop doing that? So basically what this game is, we're going to be going through the tournament mode of this game in sequential order of, like, difficulty from what I can gather. I don't know, but we're going to be going through each of the 6 tracks, starting with 3 this episode, and then another 3 the next episode, and then we're just going to keep going until we hit the end of the tournament mode. So, let's go ahead and get started. And obviously, I'm not playing with a rumble pack because I don't want to lose all of our progress. I should be set on channel 1 for this memory card, so yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, first thing you're treated to is this garage segment. This is always one of the highlights of the game. To choose a cart is to choose the driver and pretty much your path for this entire game. Okay, so basically what we have here, we have 4 trucks to choose from. We have the Toyota Trophy Truck, the Class 10 Heavy Metal, the Baja Buggy, and last but not least, the Class 8 Mini Metal. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, is that all that we have to select here? Well, yes and no. The reason why I say that is because if you press any of the 4 directional buttons on the C pad, you get this. Yeah. You basically get 4 additional trucks, including the Toyota 4x4 Monster, the Crusher, the Punisher, and last but not least, the Thunderbolt. Now, it's come to my attention that upon playing this game for study, before we've started recording this, it's come to my attention that out of all the cars that handle the best, the Punisher seems to be the best out of every single car that I've played. So, this is the vehicle that we are going to be using for the duration of the tournament mode. So, let's go ahead and pick our vehicle. And our transmission, obviously. I'm a little indecisive about, like, the transmission, so we're going to stick with automatic transition. So here's what we're going to do. We're going into the first track, which is the Mojave Desert. And it's alright if we get a really bad start because I'm just beginning to get used to this game again. Okay, so let me give you a crash course on how this game controls. It's a bit sluggish, but it's kind of forgiving in a way. And that's mostly because of the fact that it's an arcade racer that was ported to this system. Like, back when these games were really, really popular with, like, everybody in the arcade circuit. I don't know. So, obviously to accelerate, you press the A button, you steer with the control stick, you brake with the B button, but let's be honest, why would you ever want to brake in a game like this? And to use the turbo in the game, you press the Z button. I'm actually playing this on a different controller compared to the original controller that the system comes with. Oh no, you're not getting past me. I don't think so. So yeah, you can pretty much tell that I love the hell out of this game. It's always the one game that I go to whenever I'm thinking of the N64. It's always the first game that comes up in conversation, at least in my brain or whatever. And you can see that it seems a bit dull at first, and that's only because we're on the first track of the game, that it's only going to get better from here. The physics, the mechanics of this game, and everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. Just race to the finish.
You placed 5th.
That's not a bad start,
again.
but they are requiring us to at least get 5th in every race. So, at the end of every race, we have to put in our name. And because I am lazy, and I don't know the actual abbreviation of my channel name, I'm actually going to do this. Where's the A?
Welcome to the top 10.
And that's not a bad start, honestly. We're just at the novice circuit, so yeah, we're gonna, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna save, and that was the first track. So next comes the next track. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to try this again then, which I don't mind. I wanted to redo that track anyway.
Ready, set, go! Yeah!
That's much better. See, here's what I meant by ugly start and boost. You need to be able to, just like Mario Kart, time your acceleration to get that boost. And already we're off to a good start. We're going to use one of our boosts, but we're going to pick up one. So, how this game works is that, obviously, you make it from point A to point B. Start at the beginning of the race, all the way to the end, to the final checkpoint, hitting all the checkpoints in between. And I can tell I'm off to a bad start because people are getting ahead of me. This car might be good on handling, but it's not pretty good speed-wise. And that's where I'm going to touch upon, if we ever get to it, the next part of the game's mechanics of the garage and what you can do to improve your vehicle. So basically, we got to go around this bend right here, make sure that people aren't getting ahead of us. Boost when we need to. And just keep ahead of the pack. We're only on the novice circuit so far, but I know we can all do better. So let's see if we can overtake this guy. Nope, you stay right there. And that's exactly what I mean by stay right there. Third place. Better start that time.
You're hot.
We're just going to keep going with this name. By the end of this entire game, you're going to know my first name
Welcome to the top
in and out. Like the back of your hand, in a way. Oh, already we did a better job that track. So, saving the best times.
Keep up your track.
And now, we have enough to get on to the next track. But before we do that, we are gonna beef up the Punisher. So, I think what we can do is improve our acceleration to start. Okay, maybe not. So how about we start with our shocks and our tires. We're gonna try and shoot for first this next race. If not, I'll take anything. So up next, we're going to El Paso. This is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. We're going to save the circuit just to be sure, but this is exactly what I mean. In order for us to continue, we need to place within the top 4. Exactly what the game is telling us. So, let's not delay. Let's head into El Paso. Let's head off to Texas.
Ready, set, go! Yeah.
There we go again with the better boost. Now, if you saw in the garage a while ago, our boost meter, we're only given 2 at the beginning of every race. we need to use them strategically throughout the track. And seeing as though strategy is not my middle name, it's going to be a bit indecisive as far as, like, when we're going to do it. And taking a page from SRB2 card, we're going to go zoom! And we're going to keep replenishing every single time we see them, making sure that we line up with the boost canisters laid all across the track. Now, that's the next thing I wanted to touch upon this game. Hidden along the track, there are going to be items scattered all over the place. Like, for example, the boost canisters that I picked up earlier. There are also helmets to prevent other racers from driving over us during the course of the race. I should also mention that this graveyard is the only straightaway in this track. So, as long as we get through it, we should be fine. Now, let me try and think. Did I just crash into a plane? I'm sorry, did I just crash into a plane? That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. And we didn't take the bridge. Damn it. Alright. But it doesn't matter because we're gonna overtake this guy. Third place again.
You play
I don't know why my
third.
fingers
Let's
went
race
forth, but
again.
I will gladly race again.
You're
Because we got
hot.
one more race to go anyway for this video.
Welcome to the top 10.
Alright, so that was El Paso. Save. We're gonna hit up the
Keep up your track.
and see if we can do anything in here. For now, let's do the shocks. We're gonna leave the tires for later. For now, I think we're good. We're going to Las Vegas next. Alright, so right now we only have the top 3 for the first 2 tracks. We get top 3 in Vegas, we go on to the next track, which is actually my favorite track in the game. But considering that we're on a time crunch here, we're just gonna go on with Vegas anyway. And, you know, just do whatever. Okay, so, let's do this.
Ready, set,
Set,
go!
and here we go. Now, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention during my explanation of all the collectibles on the track. By the way, we're passing through what looks like Roswell. And this is exactly what I mean by everything and anything will happen in this game. Actually, did I mention that? I didn't. So, everything will happen in this game all at once. Like UFOs crashing into the side of a rock face. Like driving through mines, picking up treasure chests. That's the other thing I forgot to mention last time during the El Paso trip. Hidden throughout the track, you'll find treasure chests full of certain amounts of gold that if you manage to win in any of the top 4, you can keep that gold and use it to upgrade your vehicle. Of which I am collecting a lot of gold right now. This part is always the tricky part. Keeping ahead of this guy. I need to find a straightaway to do another boost. So basically that's the explanation for the entire game. Now we get to just race and outrace the competition. Beef up the pressure and get on with the rest of the game. Straightaway. Not a straightaway. Okay. Straightaway. and it looks like we're entering Las Vegas. I know I saw a treasure chest over there, but we're just gonna avoid it because of the fact we now made it into the top 3.
You placed third.
Again.
Let's race again. You're hot.
All right, so, I would gladly race again, but unfortunately,
Welcome to
we're gonna have to call it an episode here. And here we are in the top 10. Where are we? Oh, second. Actually, I can take that. I could take that. Yeah, that was really good. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me pretty much anywhere that I'm on social media. Honestly, this was a blast to present to you guys. I can't wait to get into the editing phase of this, and by the time I'm finished with it, you guys are going to have a very good finished final product of this first episode. I just can't believe that out of all the games that I've played for the N64, this is one of my favorites, and I can't believe I'm also sharing it through the power of HDMI technology and obviously the HD 60 from Elgato. Thank you very much. Also, not sponsored. But, you know, I just can't believe that this is happening. So right now we are still in the top 3 for the first 3 tracks. We're gonna get onto my next track. We're gonna get onto the next track, which is actually my favorite track in this entire game. But we're gonna save it for the next episode. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go prep the Punisher for a little bit of a snow drive. So until then, this is Nightmare Fan 65, and I will see you all in the next episode. Stay scary, everyone.